Hello, welcome back once again. Another video, hence the same outfit. Basically, the second week, which was last week, I chose be a vegetarian for a week. The reason why I chose this one for last week was I'm currently doing my exams, so I'm trying to find ones that I can do which don't take much time, which isn't too taxing, etc. And being vegetarian was just seemed to be an easy option because the only difference is just don't eat meat, which I know is very simple and you'd think easy to maintain, but for those of you that get the misconception wrong of that vegetarians can eat fish, you can't. Pescatarians eat fish, vegetarians eat no fish or meat. So I'm the sort of girl that likes a meat. I'm more of a carnivore than a herbivore, to be honest. And my whole family, we like our meat. In terms of steak, I like my steak rare. And I'd rather have a big chunk of steak on my plate than chips. Yeah. But basically going from having meat to no meat for an entire week, that's what rhymes, was hard, and we suddenly, myself and some friends, decided to have a baking night, and buying ingredients that I had to make sure were vegetarian friendly was interesting. The whole shopping experience for being a vegetarian was really interesting because I understand that there's on the labels it has vegetarian friendly, suitable for vegetarians and stuff, but I've never actually took the time to see what is vegetarian friendly and what isn't. And it was odd to have to remember when I went to Tesco to check everything to make sure it was vegetarian friendly. And a funny story of what happened in Tesco, I spotted on the because you know how they have their own bakery section in most supermarkets, they had a section that was fresh baked without any labels whatsoever, and there was no bakery people around at all. It was just the wrong time of day to go to the bakery section because there was no one. There was no one in the bakery, there was no one around. And I spotted on the shelf it was something like tomato, cheese and garlic swirl breads, and they just looked really nice. And they were tasty, but I spent about a good 10, maybe 15 minutes finding someone to ask them if their bakery section was vegetarian friendly. Turned out it was, obviously because I bought them, but don't get gingerbread men from a fresh bakery section in Tesco if you're a vegetarian, because they've got gelatine in them, and they just don't say, because there's no labels, which you would have thought that they'd have a label saying not vegetarian friendly, but they don't, which is odd but true. So yeah, don't eat gingerbread men if you're a vegetarian, unless you like them too much to not keep your morals standing in your way, I don't know. But yeah. But anyway, to the book. That's the picture. It's a picture of a baby lamb, and it says thank you, and this beautiful looks rather cute, and it's rather saddening to think that could be on my plate. Sorry for any vegetarian and vegan friends that are watching this, but my philosophy is the production of animals causes greenhouse gas effect to be worse due to the methane production of all those farmyard animals. So to help save the planet, I must eat the methane producers, which are the animals, which are really tasty on my plate. Yeah, that's my take on it anyway. I think it's better for the environment to be eating the meat than to not be eating meat. And I'm sorry I keep shifting, but I'm looking at the screen and it looks really dark because it's getting dark outside and it just went flash brighter. I have got my light on, but it's a bit weird. But yeah, no, so it says in here For a week, try replacing beef, ham and chicken with stuffed peppers, yummy stir fries or vegetable lasagna. Vegetarianism isn't all about lentils and salad. If you aren't a convert to vegetarianism after your experimental week, at least you will have realised how tasty food without meat can be. And I do admit, vegetarian food is tasty. I do like corn, and I like vegetarian sausages and stuff, and like I do like vegetarian stuff. Like I don't know what else I've had which was just vegetarian, like vegetarian versions of meat products. Really nice. I don't like tofu. I'm not a fan of tofu, but I don't think many people are. But I really like lentils and beans and beans. Everyone likes beans, but that sort of thing, like lentils. And there's, I keep saying sorry, but you know what I mean, the lentils and that. I do enjoy them. Sorry, I just got a text. But yeah. But it has a case of, it just says only what you feel comfortable with. If you don't have to like everything, if you find it really hard to try something with a meat substitute, there's lots of tasty ones around, which is like corn, etc. When you eat somewhere other than home, warn whoever's catering that you're not eating meat. Don't be afraid to ask if a dish is vegetarian. We went to Pizza Hut, and we had the awkward situation of, I turned around to my friends and went, "You want to share pizza, don't you?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm vegetarian for the week." And it was a strange experience to have to go through the whole process of looking down the menu for the vegetarian options and finding something that everyone would like. And the great thing about pizza is you can have half a pizza that's vegetarian and half a pizza that's not. And I offered this, but everyone decided that they'd just be a vegetarian with me for that one meal, and it was really great. And like, I don't know, it was awesome. Admittedly, there was only 3 of us, and one of the girls can only eat halal meat due to her religion. So Pizza Hut that we went to was not halal, so she was acting pescatarian for her meal out, like she does all the time. But she could have fish on her pizza, and I couldn't. Sad, especially because she had prawns as a starter, and prawns are really yummy, and they just looked really nice. And but yeah, no, that was last week though. This week we had prawns. I haven't yet to have any though. I should have some prawns. And then it speaks stuff like, make sure that taking your meat out of the diet, you won't have like, you try and replace the iron, etc., that you're taking out of your diet, because otherwise you won't have a balanced one, etc. And it talks about the types of vegetarian, which is the pescatarian, which includes fish, but many argues that it doesn't class as vegetarian. I don't think it classes as a vegetarian, which is why I don't eat meat. You have a lacto-vegetarian. I've never heard of one of these before reading this book. And it excludes meat, fish, poultry and egg in their diet, but they do eat dairy. There's the ovo-vegetarian, which excludes meat, fish, poultry, dairy products, but includes eggs. You can eat eggs if you're an ovo-vegetarian. You have your lacto-ovo-vegetarian, which includes dairy products and eggs, but excludes everything else. And you have your vegan, which is an obvious one, which people know what a vegan is, so I'm not going to explain that. But yeah, this is the form. It looks blank because I've not written in this bit of it, because you obviously don't have enough space. I have big handwriting, and making it small is really difficult, which is why I write in this. And I have that as sort of like to go along with it. But basically it says the date you started, did you find it hard, which was a yes. Name your favourite meal, which was Pizza Hut. It was gorgeous vegetarian pizza. Had spinach on and onion, and it was just a nom. I like the word nom. Did you cheat at all? I must admit, I had one non-vegetarian meal that week, and I'll tell you the story behind that, why, in a minute. Name one of the things you liked, which was the veggie sausages. They were really nice. Name your least favourite meal. I had a veggie patty Subway. and it was the strangest thing I've ever eaten. It was like a cross between a burger and mush. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, no, it was a veggie patty, and I don't know if any of you have eaten the veggie patty, but they put them in the microwave and heat them up, and it's like weird, and they're too long to go on the sub, so it's sort of like you get like one and a third on each side of the sub. It's a bit weird, and it's just like hot, gooey. So I can't even say potato because I don't even know what's in it. It just looks like a vegetarian burger that you can get if you go to like a takeaway, but it was all soft and gooey, not burger-like. It was strange. Yeah, but it was nice, but it was a weird texture, and it's expensive for what it is. To say that you can get a Subway 80p cheaper with a drink if you don't have the veggie patty. You have to pay 80p more for the veggie patty sub, and that's without the drink. It's crazy. So you have to buy a drink on top. It's just ridiculous. But luckily I had a bottle of water with me. But yeah, no, so that was the strangest. Now this section is basically what I ate the entire week. And to be honest, I didn't keep track, so I'm going to have to try and think back to what I ate. And I can't tell you like a full menu of what I ate the entire week right this second because I haven't figured it all out. And we'll have a very long video, longer than it already is, talking about trying to remember. But yeah, no, but the cheating, I'll tell you about the cheating. And that was due to the fact that I realised that I wasn't replacing the nutrients out of my meat enough. Yeah, if you don't have enough iron in your diet, you get very faint, or you get dizzy spells, and it just gets really, I don't know if it was, no, I don't know, but I was feeling rather dizzy, and I wasn't my usual self for a couple of hours on one of the days, and I just simply put it down to not having the meat, because it's the only thing that I could put it down to was the fact that I wasn't replacing what I normally eat enough, because I didn't buy any iron supplements and stuff. I just had multivitamin tablets with added iron, but I'd take them even when I was eating meat, so I take them every day. But yeah, no, so I cheated on one meal, and that was I had chicken. I had grilled chicken, purely because I missed my meat and because I had that dizziness, and I just assumed to put it down to the fact that I didn't have meat. Yeah, because I couldn't think of anything else that it would be, so. But I only cheated that one meal the entire week, and I went 7 days being a vegetarian, and I had a whole baking episode of being vegetarian. And I say baking episode, I spent a night baking with a couple of friends, but everything we made was vegetarian friendly, just not vegan, because we had eggs and stuff, and butter, but the butter was vegetarian as well, vegetarian friendly. But that was basically it. But to go alongside with, like, as in what else I did that week, and I put it into a separate video, was number 20, stay up all night, and I'll talk about that in the next video, and number 21, sleep all day. I'll explain them next episode, next video thing. I say episode, just the general thing when you're talking about like a series, obviously. But yeah, no, one more video from, I'm just about to record that for you, and then I'll upload it, and then you'll be up to date to the stuff for last week, and then we'll talk about this week as well. And even though it's only Tuesday, and I've sort of started doing it from like Monday to Sunday, sort of jobby. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next video.